Hello, Jim Timber. The video that I'm shooting just now is for you, and it's a little story that I thought you might be interested in hearing, as you've taken some interest in my early days in Germany. So I thought you might be interested to hear the reason that I ended up collecting Third Reich items. And it basically started with a movie that my friends and I snuck into way back in the autumn of 1977. And I'm just going to show you a clip of the movie just now. So you might recognize the movie, you might recognize the actor as James Coburn, and the movie is The Cross of Iron. And as I said, the movie came out, I think about late summer of 1977. Anyhow, it arrived at our local army movie theater in the autumn of 1977. And my friends and I were quite keen to see it, but there was no way in hell we would have gotten into the cinema to see it. It was an hour reg at the time, and we were only about 12 at the time. But anyhow, one evening, we were having a bit of an Indian summer at the time. It must have been either late September, early October, I can't remember now. But one evening after supper, my friends and I, that was Gary, Tommy, and me, decided to go to the AYA, which is the Youth Activities Center on base, just to mess around. On the way to the youth center, we passed the movie theater, and there was a line of soldiers waiting to get in. It was just before opening time. As I said, it was an R-rated movie, Cross of Iron, so we wouldn't have been able to get into it anyhow. But we passed behind the movie theater, and lo and behold, the doors were open, the fire door. As I said, it was an Indian summer, so it was kind of humid, kind of hot. So I guess they opened the fire door in the back to let the place cool down a little bit. Anyhow, we went up to the doors, had a peek inside, and there was nobody in the theater yet. So we just snuck into the theater without paying. The fire door was down at the bottom of the theater next to the screen, so we snuck up to the top end, the very end of the seats at the top, and kind of crouched down behind the seats, three of us, as the theater slowly began to fill up with young soldiers. Anyhow, we weren't discovered. Ended up watching the entire movie. It was absolutely great. I mean, probably one of the best movies, World War II era set movies of the period. And James Coburn, he was a really good actor at the time. And anyhow, he wore that combination of badges, as you can see, and that really got me interested in A, the Second World War, and B, the Germans, and C, the actual insignia the Germans were wearing. So not long after the movie, I went to my local AFE's bookshop, and I bought that book there. It cost $2.95, which was about half a week's of pocket money for me. I still have the book here. It's called Nazi Regalia by Jack Peer. And it had a lot of photographs, illustrations of the various badges and medals. As you can see there, there's the SA sports badge there, there's the sports badge on the top there, there's the Hitler Jugend badges. So basically a lot of the items that I've bought subsequently are things that I've seen in the book here years ago and always wanted to have them. There was actually a shop in town. We were living in a town in Bavaria at the time, and they had a antique place, and they were selling a few of these items at the time. I remember they had a few of the infantry assault badges there on sale, and I remember at the time they were like 70 Deutschmarks, which was about, I don't know, looking back, about $35, so a bit out of my price range at the time. So I've always had an interest in one day trying to, attain actually getting some of these badges, which I did, as I said, 30 odd years later. But at the time, I got these 2 badges here, and these were the very first items I ever got for any collection, as it were. I mean, I got a few items from my father. I mean, like a canteen for my Boy Scouts and what have you. But these were the very first items that I traded. They're not actually Third Reich items. These are actually Bundeswehr beret badges. One here is a Jäger, or infantry, armored infantry. The other one is a tanker badge. And they look very similar to the German badges that I really admired. So I traded these at school. I don't remember who I traded with or what I traded for them, but as you can see, they basically look very similar to the World War II badges. And that's it. So I thought you might be interested in just hearing that little tale. That is basically where my interest in the Third Reich came from. That movie that Gary, Tommy, and me snuck into that autumn evening in 1977. An amazing film. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's just an amazing film anyhow. And it really changed my life. It really made me interested in the whole period. I mean, we were living in Germany, living on a ex-Wehrmacht army base, as it were. So, I mean, it was always something that was in the background anyhow. But that's it, really. Just thought you might be interested to hear that little story. Anyhow, I'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching. And bye for now.